kind of looks like a toilet seat nearly. With unthreaded plastic, you usually don't get a second chance. Now, there's two types of noises. It's either click or crack. You kind of want to hear the first one. Here we are, first part of the command center. You got two types of screws, so always keep them in the packaging up until you need them, so you can actually read what they are. Then we start with a part from last time, and we just snap it together like this. All right, and this kind of looks like a seat, toilet seat nearly, or a console. All right, and we have to screw these in with AP. All right, now I'm going to take them out so I can't make a mistake. AP, here we go. Well, this will be a bit challenging because it's quite deep. I'm not sure if you can see this in the camera, but I got to go all the way down there in the corner. And I don't have a lot of lights. Let's see. You can see. I think that is okay. Now I'm actually going to use the screwdrivers that came with this set, and they're quite long, and now I know why. Because you need this length, this extra length, to actually get the screws in properly. And having said that, oops, it is not easy to get these in. Right, I have to be very careful here, because I keep pushing out this unit. Alright. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this screw, very careful, and I'm going to pre-thread this. I'm going to take my shorter screwdriver and I'm going to carefully screw these in the right way, hopefully, and make sure they fit just like that. Push a little bit. Push a little bit harder. You can see there's plastic coming out. So these holes aren't tapped. So you're gonna kind of really push and make sure they fit. Let's do this with the other one. I mean, worst comes to worst, you can always glue this part, but I kind of want to use the screws. Again, this one I haven't screwed before, so this is nice. This threads in just fine. I think what happened here, because I've tried to screw it in with this unit on, I must have, by accident, put it into an angle. So let's get a fresh screw that's still sharp, and try this again carefully. Push it in the right angle, and let's see if it can thread itself in. And we may have a problem with this one. It's not going in the way I want it. Well, you can see plastic is coming out. But it's not going in deep enough, which may be a problem. Let's try this one more time. Otherwise I have to drill this. Now I've tried to drill out one of these holes, and unfortunately I'm trying to put the screw in, but it's too loose now. So yeah, this is a very, very sensitive part. I wish they would have made these shafts a bit thicker, but no. Like I said, with unthreaded plastic, you usually don't get a second chance. So I've got the screws in, but they're very loose. So what I may do later is simply glue this part, put the screws in, and put a dab of glue on these screws as well, so they won't fall off. All right, let's see the next step is, and that's going back to our previous part, and we are going to place this unit like so, and on here. Okay, now we're going to use the AP screws. Okay, let's put this one back before we lose it. It's a spare. It's a good thing we always get spares. All right, now let's isolate 3 screws here, and let's turn this puppy around carefully, and you can clearly see where we have to mount these screws. Now I'm going to do the same trick. I'm just going to preload a screw. It's so much easier, like so, and then carefully flip this around and try to align the screws. And again, very careful, don't use a lot of force. As you have seen in the previous attempt, it's so easy to destroy the plastic. And this one, now I just realized by screwing these things in I can't apply the glue later on, but no, I can always do this later. You guys get the idea. Alright, that's it. Let's put this aside. Let's go to the next piece, the display. And is this keyed in any way? No, seems to be. Oh, actually it is. Actually it is. Yep. All right, so you can't connect it wrong. You can see these 3 are slightly more in the middle, slightly more closer together. These are a bit further apart, so I would say just like that, snap it on, that's it. And again, if you're watching this video, you may want to have some glue handy. Just glue these parts, because as you can see there, yeah, there's not a lot of friction fit. I can easily pull these out. Okay, any screw holes? No. Actually, it does mention, oh yeah, so this is probably where the monitor can pivot. So let's go to the next page, and here we're going to attach the screen. Now you gotta be careful. This pivot point is slightly more up, and according to the picture, it's oriented like this, and this should be like that. I don't know if it really matters. I don't know what it actually means, but it looks like the eye of a Dalek, its vision, and it's got a convenient sticky layer, M3. Now I'm going to use my tweezers with this. Carefully peel it off. I don't want to peel off the sticker, just a protective layer. Here we go. Now before we apply, make sure it's clean. You can use some isopropyl alcohol or just a cloth to make sure there's no dust on it. Ah, look at that. Dear oh dear, I nearly missed this. Let's get that off. Okay. Let's see if the alignment is still correct. Yes, like that. And now you want to carefully push it in. Don't put it on like that. Push it in so you can still adjust it and let it drop. Perfect. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, it's a bit spotty. Looks like there's another protective layer on top, but we're going to leave this for now. And we take it off once the build is complete. Alrighty. Next, this bit. And do we need to screw any of these? No, because we wouldn't be able to. Alright, we'll just attach these bits. And before we do that, are they symmetrical? Yes. Okay. Right. But I can put them in 2 ways. And seeing that I need to connect these bits, I kind of want to make sure I'll do it the right way around. Let's small hole, large hole. All right, so gotta do it like this. So let's align the bits the way they need to go, like that. And this will fit here. And this will fit in here. And again, you can't really screw this, so I would actually glue this together, and I may do this off camera later on, but for now, oops, let's assemble it. And that looks okay. See, it's already coming loose. This is really not enough of friction fit. And let's see what we have. We're now going to put this piece on here. And again, make sure the orientation is correct. And this makes sense now. There you go. Nice. So do we need our trusty screws? Yes, our AP screws. We need 3 of them. Again, I'll preload 3 of them here. Get it on my screwdriver and then try to carefully turn this around. And I don't know, let's take the middle one here to hold the unit in place. There you go. Beautiful. Now the rest is easy. Just get these screws on. And appear to be 4. 2 more. It's always easy to figure out how many you need. They always give you 1 spare. There's 2 left, so there must be 2 screw holes left. And there are here. 1 is over here. And 1 more. Here. I hope you can see any of this. This is all black on black, but I hope there's enough light. Okay. Right, now I just realized because these are fit between these columns, they can't really get out, so you don't have to glue them. By the looks of it, they'll stay put. Now let's have a look at the bottom. I think we've used all the screw holes. Are there any more holes? Yes, there's a few holes here and all around here. Okay, nice. Next, the display. You can mount this again 2 ways. And there's a little riser, and I think that should be above. Can't really tell. Yeah, above. Okay. So we need to put it like this. So if you have a look, make sure these point upwards. And again, you should just be able to press fit this in if you can align them. Let's have a better look at the lights. Yep. It seems like these columns are in the way. Huh. There you go. Now there's 2 types of noises. It's either click or crack. You kind of want to hear the first one. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Alrighty, guys, here we are. First part of the command center. I'll see you in the next part.